Seeing how well our vlog on the must-visit restaurants in South Goa fared, we decided to do it again, and this time it's about trying out some really popular and highly rated restaurants in South Goa and see how they fare for us. So you can watch us go on our little food adventure, with some of them being total bummers and some we leave with a place in our hearts for. So let's go. So we begin with Mama Miso in Arosim, South Goa. This place rates 4.8 on Google and 4.4 on Zomato. And with our expectations quite high already, we entered the place to stuff ourselves with Asian food and cocktails to complement this breezy monsoon afternoon. Speaking of ambience, given the time of the day, there was not much of any ambience going on. The decor is understated and washed in a nice shade of pink. There are two seating areas, one of them outside and the other inside. Place isn't quite big, but I think it can sit a crowd of 100 people easily if I'm not wrong. Menu is completely Asian. We started with sushis. And then we went on to try their teriyaki chicken baos and netted 5-spice pork gyozas for starters, and both of these items were quite good. I truly would have loved another round of those baos, but we instead ordered for another round of cocktails. And this time they were quite strong in a nice way. Now the answer to whether I'm going back there or not, for sure I didn't leave the place with a reason to not come back, so I'm definitely coming back. And our rounded off rating for this place is 4 out of 5. Next up we have Joju in Binolim. Google and Zomato rating is 4.7. This place is primarily an Indian restaurant and located off the shaded lanes running through the village of Binolim. We went there at night for dinner and the place was already abuzz with customers. It has seating both outside and inside. We took our tables outside because we wanted to dine in the quiet, sparkly solace of the night. The place is quite a big one, and the overall ambience I found to be quite nice and intimate. The Peru Smash cocktail that we got boasted of a hell of a fruits, but it didn't quite turn out like that. The other cocktail we got was Bay of Bengal. Fancy as both the names sound, they somehow didn't make the cut for us. Now coming to the starters, we got a chicken and a mutton starter. The mutton dish was called Halim Mutton Tostadas, and the other was something of a chicken in skewers preparation. And looks like we weren't quite impressed with any of those.
I didn't enjoy this Halim Tostadas that much. Let me see how this is.
Now with the starter session having passed without any item being especially noteworthy, we knew we could use another starter to complement our bottles of the very humble People's Beer. Enter the Zafrani Jhinga Tempura. And no, we didn't like that either. Finally, we had a serving of mutton biryani brought to the table to close our dining session, and that was no sensation either. So our rating for Joju is 2 out of 5. Really sorry, but do not let that dissuade you from going there, because who knows, the other dishes might be awesome, and that place has quite a nice ambience. One of South Goa's crowd pullers, and I've had no qualms about this place either so far, but to put its consistency to the test, I went back there the third time. The quality of this place, being tucked away in some quiet corner of South Goa by the serene Sal River, lends the ambience of this place a very chilled out vibe. It has a rating of 4.5 on Google and 4.7 on Zomato. Now that we've scanned through the menus, here's what we got. A cheese ball dish that I can't quite exactly remember the name of. It was very oily and I remember the cheese just flowing out from the corner of my lips as I was eating this, but it was quite good to taste. Plate of Sichuan fish was also good and really went with the cocktails that we got. Next was a plate of cheese rubbed chicken wings, and this was clearly my favorite amongst all of the starters that we had ordered. Overall, at the end of the night, I enjoyed all the starters that were brought to the table, and I'm tempted to give this place a 5 out of 5, but I'll be giving it a 4 out of 5 because the 5 out of 5 is reserved for places that exceed expectations. So, good job, Fisherman's Wharf. I will be coming back. Next up is a place with a review of 4.4 on both Google and Zomato. It's called Mon Petit Fair. I guess I got the pronunciation wrong. And we went here for coffee and snacks one evening and almost couldn't locate it. Very missable from the road, but once you're inside the gates, you tend to feel like you're trespassing into someone's private property until you catch sight of a shack lit up in the distance, and that's when you know, okay, there's something here that probably I can go to. The menu was quite limited. We got a peri-peri chicken sandwich with a coffee. Although simple, the whole combo was a very tasty one. And we returned the next day here again for breakfast. So we have come to this place which is very easy to miss from the outside. To come here, we came here the other day for our coffee and we are here back for our breakfast today. So in order to revisit the whole experience, we reordered the same sandwich, this time with cold coffee and pancakes. The sandwich this time around tasted different, nothing like the sandwich that we had the previous evening, the sandwich that we came here back for. And the pancakes, delicious as they may look, they were quite bulky and unusually sweet, so that kind of didn't make the cut for us the next day when we had gone back. I know other people have had consistently good experiences at this place, but that wasn't the case for us. So there goes the 2 stars from the last experience at that place, from a mental 5 out of 5. So a 3 out of 5 for Mon Petit Frere from our side.